Ready? Hey, yo, have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. Have a baby by me, baby,
More
be a
than
millionaire.
diamond, more than what?
Are we good?
More
Alright.
than diamond, more than what?
All right,
Wild.
let me have my radio voice on. Hey, yo, what's good out
Hey,
there?
yo, what's all those ladies? Well, all those ladies in the house. Let me get a shot. Let me get a round of shots for all the ladies in the house.
Let me get a round of shots in Bubbles' head.
I was gonna say that, dude.
Alright, are we ready though, bro?
Dude, I've been ready to die for the last fucking.
All right. Hey, yo, what's
You don't need to be
good?
that close, you fucking.
Yeah, I
idiot.
fucking do.
My fucking mic looks like a fucking lip dick.
All right, do I do my
Look
opener
at
then?
this.
All right, guys, I'm gonna do my opener. All right. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Robbie Dom from Vomit Couch. It's episode 2, Worth or Not Worth, Preordering, and then Nintendo Switch. I have my co-host here, Anthony Bobo Dominguez,
Yeah, boy.
and we have a special guest today,
Wait, I just assume they know what worth or not worth is. You fucking
Brenton
idiot.
the Bomb Barbosa.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
This is a start of a first segment, Worth or Not Worth, where we're going to discuss whatever is after the colon in the title,
Oh my god.
whether or not it is in fact worth
Go
or
die.
not worth.
Go die.
Apparently, Bobo doesn't believe any of you listeners are intelligent at all out there, so I had to explain it for you. But here's the first episode, and go.
I have to make sure that all the people like me that are, special have to understand. You know what I mean?
All right, getting started.
With my special, I mean I especially want to fucking die.
There's been a lot of controversy in the gaming community recently with pre-ordering and whether or not it is worth or not worth
Oh, boy.
Hashtag. to pre-order games just in general,
Did you just
especially.
say hashtag and then not go anywhere with
No,
it?
I said hashtag worth or not worth.
What? Really?
Yes.
All I heard was hashtag.
Too busy thinking about death, dude. Anyway,
It's better than life.
so we have rip, dude. Rip Bobo. Okay. Anyway, so with recent games like No Man's Sky, I can think of right off the bat.
And No Man's Sky. Why is my mic go limp again, dude?
What else? What other
Um,
what other games
Mass
would you
Effect
say?
Andromeda can be
yeah,
considered.
I would say Mass Effect Andromeda.
Mass Effect Andromeda, No Man's Sky. What else? Like, is there any other ones? That you
Yeah.
can think of?
As far as, well, can we consider Kickstarters pre-ordering?
Well, are we listing what's worth pre-ordering or not worth, or just
No, right
just-
now we're just saying examples of people getting boned by pre-orders.
Okay.
Yeah, in general. Kickstarters, I
Street
wouldn't
Fighter,
say.
Ultimate Street Fighter 5 was unfinished.
That's true.
Star Wars Battlefront.
Star
Well,
Wars
Battlefront was just a
EA?
mess to start with.
EA?
EA in
EA?
general, yeah, right now is definitely not where.
I think the
It
big
should
one
be.
we could talk about though is No Man's Sky for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but come
Like the marketing behind pre-ordering a video game, like the big companies go out there to make you
that
want to
was
buy
evil.
these games.
They're evil geniuses over there at fucking Hello Games. They're fucking plotting.
I don't blame them. I blame Sony.
Yeah, Sony is the one who initially rushed them and made them have this false, advertisement in a sense of the
But
game.
it's still like you can't make the game developers not guilty because they said this is gonna be in the game and come launch it.
Well, yeah, but considering that perfection requires time, like if they were to have, let's say, even a few more months, they could have made the game what they promised it would be, and it's not like Sony can't afford that.
Did we mention who the fuck Brandon is?
Yeah, we do.
Oh yeah. So Brenton the Bomb Barbosa. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
So I'm Brenton
You
the
are
Bomb
live.
Barbosa. I am here more in relevance to the worth or not worth. I'm actually a associate at GameStop, so you'll be hearing a lot of split reviews and
And
how you can get different perspectives on whether it's worth it or not worth it from a customer standpoint and an associate standpoint as well.
Vomit Couch getting them exclusive insider.
we have to give you multiple perspectives in this podcast, like people who want to die, people who don't want to die.
Anyway, back on topic. So-
Death is always my topic.
So, Bobo, KYS, dude.
Oh, please.
KYSGG.
It wasn't a good game. Otherwise, I wouldn't want to kill myself.
Anyway, so
Hey, Mike, we're back to being lit. I'm just gonna let you be lit.
so when you're talking about pre-ordering a video game,
Touch your
right?
daddy.
They offer you like in-game incentives
Oh, touch your
and
daddy.
you know bonus at GameStop. Most of the time, you get like additional like figures or bonus XP or whatever.
Bonus
like
XP.
if it's Call of Duty, you do like you get double XP pretty much every time you pre-order, or you get beta access. Like, what do we think is good or bad about pre-ordering? Like
Everything.
everything, what is good and bad? What?
Everything is bad.
How?
If you pre-order, you are an idiot.
Explain that more in depth, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you think that?
So basically, first off, we have to also take into consideration this growing trend of developers not giving out review copies. No Man's Sky did it. Record did it. I don't know what other games did it, but more games are doing it.
Well, there's been evidence of games that don't send out review copies that are really good, like Doom. Doom didn't do that. Any Bethesda game from now on, they already said they're not giving review copies.
Oh yeah, Fallout 4 was a great example of it
Well, Fallout 4, they did give review copies, so.
because they got dicked on. Because Fallout 4 was a glitchy mess when it first came out. Oh wait, it still is. My bad.
Yeah, but that's a Bethesda game in general. Skyrim
It's
is still
very-
a glitchy mess.
it's very
And
true.
it's still one of the most all-time favorite games.
Mm-hmm.
True. I'll give you that one.
Going back to the positives, though, especially from an associate standpoint.
Please tell us more about your associate standpoint.
Yeah, so
Can you not berate our guests on this podcast, Bobo?
If
if anything, C-rate.
ooh, my heart that's already cold.
A good example is, when you're pre-ordering, there's generally no loss to it, and there's no downside, because even if you're against pre-ordering, and we'll use GameStop in particular, you're putting a minimum deposit down, and even throughout that, and this isn't even including the pre-order incentives, when you're putting this deposit down and everything, you can get that money back at any time. You can literally, the money goes towards the game, so you can't go wrong with pre-ordering. If anything, it's giving you exclusive rights to actually receiving it, because we've seen, and going on, not straight to it, but there's a hint, the Nintendo Switch right now, that's huge. No one can find it. Everybody wants it. The demand is extremely high, and the supply is extremely low, and that's because no one wanted to pre-order it. They had this thought in the back of their mind that it's Nintendo and they'll send it out, and then here we are. A month and a half, almost 2 months later, and people still can't get their hands on it. So that's just going back to one small example of how pre-ordering can go such a long way. But with recent upcoming titles like Injustice 2, for example, the pre-order incentive is very small. I think if you pre-order at GameStop, you get an extra figure. It's like Darkrai. But even then, you're putting money down that's going towards a game.
Is that a Pokemon?
Yeah, I think it is a Pokemon, but it's also a DC character.
Hashtag Pokemon did it first.
You're getting this character.
A smell. That's very smelly.
What's that, Daddy?
Smell.
I think that like in that sense, because at GameStop you only have to put a $5 pre-order down
For the most part.
and you can have it unless it's like a system or something, right? You have
Yeah,
to pay
exactly.
more or whatever.
Mhm.
But I think with like Amazon, GameStop, like Amazon you don't pay until it ships. GameStop you don't pay until you pick up, and you only have to put $5. But like places like Target and like Walmart, like I think at Target you put $1 down, but you'll never get that dollar back. Like,
Oh wow.
yeah, you pay that $1 to reserve that game, and that's it. Like, I mean, sure, it's like, oh yeah, fucking, it's $1, but some people live fucking paycheck to paycheck, dude.
Yeah,
and that dollar
exactly.
matters.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you know, dude.
Absolutely.
You know, so I think that
The dollar less I have to fucking contribute to my eventual death.
Exactly.
so
Exactly.
So, I mean,
I'm gonna
pre-ordering
chill with that.
games, like you definitely get bonuses and things like that. But honestly, like when you get a bonus, like in Mass Effect, for example, you got the Helios. What?
You received the Deep Sea Adventure Pack, so that came with or for GameStop at least. It was 2 extra armor sets, and oh man, what was the other one? It wasn't. It might have been particular weapons.
It was
I think
multiplayer.
I think I
There you
looked
go,
at
yeah.
the deep Explorer armor, and I was like, oh, that looks cool. Never used it.
Yeah,
So,
but it's just the idea that you have that option.
and then I got a game on launch that the animations were shit. You know what I mean? Like
Wow.
I didn't get the
Nice.
game that I wanted.
True.
You know, I didn't get the polished. Like I didn't get freaking Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. You know what I mean? Like I didn't get something that was perfect on day one.
Yeah.
You know, so it's
Let's
like I
relax
got
with throwing around the word perfect.
like it got 10 out of 10s.
Yeah. And
What is a 10 out of 10? Perfect.
pretty
100%.
I
You can't do better than 100%.
debatable. Have you seen those high school athlete posts? Gotta give 110% every day.
Oh my god. Rip.
So anyway, I think coming from someone who's against pre-orders, I think it's just why jump the gun with something? Wait. If they're not going to give out review copies, wait. Because there's no point. Because jumping back to what Brenton, our esteemed guest, said earlier was, if you get burned, right? Let's say, because I thought GameStop was if you open the game, you can't get full value back.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, in that instance, people who got No Man's Sky were boned.
But look at it from
Harshly.
even from a long-term point of view. So let's say, let's go back to No Man's Sky. Let's say I put down $5 on it on a pre-order, and I didn't pick it up right away, and I did want to wait. The positive from that is, one, I still have a pre-order, and I could still get that money back 3 years down the line after pre-ordering. I've literally seen people pre-order something in 2013 and come back and be like, hey, I want my $5 back. And I give it right back to them. There's no question about it. There's no arguing. They get their money back.
That's some gangsta ass shit, dude.
And on top of that, if the pre-order incentive is still active, which on average I want to say the codes last a few months, you still get that code even if I pick it up 2 months later because I pre-ordered it. So pre-ordering doesn't necessarily mean, oh, I'm going to pick it up that day. If it's an exclusive item, sure. But the point of it is there's no loss because you can get everything back. Or if you don't want to get everything back, you'll still get something because you have that pre-order incentive. So
yeah, so that goes back to where it's cool at GameStop because your money's not tied down immediately. But when you pre-order digitally, like on the PlayStation Network, on the Xbox Live Marketplace, like your money's gone.
Well, no,
Yeah.
aren't they doing that thing? I think
Microsoft is.
Yeah,
Microsoft
yeah.
just, well, we could talk about that. And just recently, they announced that you're going to have a 14-day return policy on whether or not you played, I think it's up to 2 hours of the game. If you have less than 2 hours and it's been less than 14 days since you purchased the digital game, you can return it for your
Steam
money
does
back.
that, right?
But
Yeah, Steam has been doing that for a while.
My curiosity is 2 hours in game or 2 hours on a main menu.
No,
I think they're gonna tie it to your live hub, like when you go to like your Xbox, and when you go to the game hub on your Xbox, you can see the time, or when you compare with another friend.
But that's in game time still, though, right?
No, that is not in
that's
game time.
over. Oh,
That's
wow.
just the time the game is running on your
Because
Xbox.
what if I
Because
go take a nice steaming pump, just dump, dude, and it just takes me 30 minutes. There goes.
Quit the application.
Yeah.
Yeah, who downloads a game and then, oh, dude, I'm so excited to play this game.
Yeah.
Wait, let me take a shit first.
Hey,
and leave it running.
I gotta be
excitement
nice.
shits.
I gotta be nice and balanced when I play a good game, or be aptly disappointed. Mass Effect, Fallout, every game. But I think another good topic that we can jump from this is just the idea of consumer loyalty.
Well, no, let's go back to talking about Microsoft and their new policy. I think that policy is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Mhm.
Like, the ability to finally get a refund on something, especially if you play it and you're like, wow, I do not like this game. Like, you can return it.
Well, what's 2 hours though?
2 hours is a long time. 2 hours is enough time to get into Mass Effect and realize the animations are shit.
That's very true.
True.
2
But-
hours is enough to get into No Man's Sky and realize this game might not be exactly what I thought it was going to be. Or to squeeze in 2 episodes of your Friendly Neighborhood podcast.
Friendly
Vomit Couch.
neighborhood. Oh my god. What friendly neighborhood podcast has the
Your
word vomit?
PG-13 shit podcast. Just kidding. It's rated R, baby.
It's explicit like all my mixtapes.
Oh my god. Shit's fire, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Daddy has just told Bobo to kill himself.
I think I finally earned the right to actually do it, guys. If I'm not here next week, you know why. I'm hanging from the fucking living room.
Or the
This
jail
is actually
cell.
Bobo's last
Oh,
week, and
jail
that's
cell.
why we've introduced Brenton the bomb.
He's eventually gonna take over for me.
the soft introduction.
Yeah, we're kind of worried that Bobo won't be here.
I'm a very flighty person.
Anyway, back to topic, boys.
Microsoft's new policy, I think, is going to be really evolutionary, or is it
Revolutionary.
Yeah, I always get
Oh
them
my
mixed
God.
up. I always get them mixed up.
I guess technically it could be evolutionary.
Yeah,
of the
because-
systems in place.
It's about time Microsoft started doing good things instead of bad things. Fucking dickheads.
Hey, Microsoft's been on a good they cucked them with the Blu-ray drive in the Xbox One S that the PS4
seriously.
didn't have. They cucked them with Xbox Live not ever going down. Anyway, this isn't a fucking fanboy fight. This isn't a fanboy fight.
No. Let's be honest here. Xbox is the original cucker. Because they're the reason why PlayStation decided to monetize their fucking services.
No, the
Hell
fact that
yeah.
PlayStation was down for a month is the reason why they decided to monetize their services. And got hacked and a million credit cards got leaked. Anyway.
How about them PlayStation exclusives? Though?
I think the digital aspect of pre-ordering a game is the one that's the most daunting because like your money's gone immediately out of your account. Like you have to pay for that right then and there.
Yeah, there's no payments or anything.
Yeah, and most of the No Man's Sky pre-orders, I mean maybe not most, but I'm betting more than 50% were done digitally on Steam.
Ooh, that's a big bet.
On Steam and PlayStation combined, that's definitely more than physical copies. I guarantee you 90% of the Steam copies were digital.
Oh yeah, I think that's probably good.
Yeah, 90% of the PC copies, I should say, were digital. So, and you know that's
poor bastards.
That's the big like blow is a game like that where like people are expecting like so much more, you know, and they're not marketing it the way that it actually was. They're showing it, positioning it as something that
it isn't.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's where people get fucked over by pre-orders.
Well, plus I think the whole idea of because pre-orders, when I think of pre-order like incentives, I think of the Gears of War 3. It came with Adam Phoenix. Remember, you had Adam Phoenix.
Yeah.
And I didn't. And who played Gears of War 3 more?
You.
So it's like it annoys me the idea that someone else has something over me just because they decided to go somewhere else with their money.
But that's being smart. I mean,
it's not being smart. That's just like.
Well, no, he's talking about like when you pre-order from different, like you'll get something from GameStop, something from Amazon, something different from PSN, something different from Walmart.
So you're saying it's not fair?
Fair is probably not a good word. I think it's more of just like it's spiteful in a way. It's like here we have like here's this one thing, you know, Xbox Gears of War. It's gonna be this dope ass character, and then. Oh, wait. You waited for the review copy? Oh, you waited for it to be reviewed? Ooh, guess what, bitch? You get nothing. Like, it's kind of like spitting in their face. Like, you wanted to be smart, bitch? Guess what? Now you don't get shit.
Eventually, those pre-order items come out for free, though.
No, Adam Phoenix never came out for free.
A majority of them. But, I mean, the pre-order incentives, though, I think are good marketing tactics going on to a kind of subcategory because it gives a company a chance to really compete with others. Because let's go to Mass Effect and let's do something that's completely not logical whatsoever. If GameStop was like, hey, if you pre-order Mass Effect Andromeda, we'll let you play through the game as Shepard. And then Best Buy was like, yeah, we'll just give you some outfits. Where are you going to go?
Yeah.
You're going to go to GameStop. So I think it's on a separate note, not so much
that's from like a business standpoint.
Yes,
though. Like if you're looking at it from a business standpoint, pre-orders are great because they tell you how much people want the game. They guarantee that. Well, not guarantee, but
it's a good indicator.
I'm sure, a good indicator that person's going to come and pay that money for that game from you. Then it gives them like a specific amount that they can order. Where like, hey, we got 60 pre-orders on X game, we're going to have to buy 60 copies of that game from the publisher or whatever, you know what I mean? But I think where it gets like kind of shady is like where, they push so hard for you to like pre-order something like Call of Duty. Like, you know that shit's going to be on the shelf fucking forever.
Exactly, yeah.
Like that shit's never going to go away. Madden's never going to go away. Like you're not going to run out of copies of Madden. Like,
yeah.
Well, the thing about Call of Duty that I don't like is you mentioned earlier, it's the double XP aspect. Like that, I think adding something like that to it doesn't make sense on like a balancing scale. You know what I mean? Because
it's unfair in a sense.
That's like legitimately a leg up over somebody else. just because you bought it early.
But I mean, that's what makes the company so smart with their marketing tactics because, well, I can't say that.
Red tape, boys. Red tape. Red tape.
It theoretically, if a
It's funny.
company
the room is red
was decreasing with their their profit and they were worried in a sense, if I came out and said, hey, you know what, guys, GameStop exclusive, you get double XP when you pre-order.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's going to bring so many pre-orders to GameStop in particular, to this GameStop or to this theoretical company.
You're just dancing, dude. You're dancing around that red tape right now.
To this theoretical company, and so I think it is unfair. But at the same time,
game.
What do you think this company cares about? Being fair that, oh my God, someone gets double XP and I don't, or the fact that they're going to make more money?
Well, let's be honest here. I think physical copies in of itself is a dying breed.
Well, we're talking about I can agree with that for sure, 100%. But we're talking about.
I think GameStop's just fucking clawing.
We're talking about what's fair to the gamer, not what's fair to these companies. If you don't have the money to. You live paycheck to paycheck, right, or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't have the money to put down on a video game, and you're getting less of a game for that. You're getting less of a game because you can't put money.
It's
down
almost
on the game.
elitist in a way.
Yeah, it's almost like just because you have money, you can get the extra content.
Hashtag
but
win.
A lot of games have been good about the extra content not being not being like a pay to win. You know what I mean? Like,
we're not looking at you, Call of Duty.
Yeah. You don't, even in Call of Duty, you don't get extra supply drops for pre-ordering. You get a fucking camo and camo, double XP or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't pre-ordered Call of Duty.
I don't think I've ever pre-ordered Call of Duty personally. I don't pre-order in general, really, but
the guy defending it over here.
Well, I know that it's fair. It's just from someone, again, for his example, I live paycheck to paycheck. I can't afford that.
I think what the biggest thing about pre-ordering is all it takes is for a gamer to get burned once for them to just be jaded about gaming.
Well, yeah, everything only takes one bad experience to completely alter your perspective of it.
And there's been a lot of bad pre-orders have boned people in the past, and it's just it's forcing these.
Well, from personal experience, I mean, I pre-ordered No Man's Sky and I pre-ordered Mass Effect, and do I think it was worth it? Maybe not. Maybe not getting pre-ordering for No Man's Sky. I pre-ordered the limited edition. No, I got physical stuff for that was sold out.
That's true.
Okay. So I feel like I got a good deal just because I was able to get that, and that's where we can kind of move this conversation to the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo products in general, because when you're pre-ordering, why are you looking at me like that, Daddy? Oh, apparently I can't touch the mic. Sorry.
How many calories you just burned jumping on that ledge, dude?
But apparently, when you're, especially with Nintendo products in general, like Amiibos, the Nintendo Switch, special edition of The Legend of Zelda, stuff like that. You pretty much have to pre-order to get that.
They're idiots.
No, it's a genius marketing tactic.
Nintendo's always done that.
Mm-hmm. As long as I remember.
See, that's the thing. I guess it's a double-edged sword, because there's people who fuck, now I'm just gonna have to sit here and wait. I'm gonna get it, and then there's people like me bitch, I'm not gonna wait.
Yeah, but you have to realize that a majority of our population is all about want. So. When Legend of Zelda came out, I think that's why you and I who had this.
That's why this world isn't worth fucking. I'm sorry.
No, it's people. It was 200,000 Switch consoles. What were we talking about earlier? So basically,
it was
900,000 Switch. Units were made, and 923,000. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild copies were sold for the Switch, so it exceeded more than the actual Nintendo Switch units created.
So people were buying the game and not having a console to play it on.
See, that's stupid then, because that's
Nintendo, dude.
Is that considered a loss of money on Nintendo's part?
No, that's the exact opposite.
No, because
you don't have the console and you're buying games for it. How does that make sense?
Well, they would have bought the game and the console.
Yeah, but think about it though.
But they're gonna eventually buy the console. Yeah. That's why they buy the game.
And not necessarily. I know people who have the game who aren't gonna buy the console.
Nintendo would have rather
Sold more
made these
Switches.
consoles, made 800,000 Switches, let's say, and then sold every single one of them, then make 2 million Switches and not sell them all.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's so odd. It's like it's an odd view of the supply and demand.
Well, because then when they sell all 800,000, they're like, all right, we got to make more because people obviously want these, so we'll make 200,000 more.
Because look at the Xbox One and the PlayStation. So when these come out, there's so many that hit the stores that it's impossible to sell out in a day.
The PlayStation at launch was exactly like the Nintendo Switch at launch.
That is true.
Let's not talk about the train wreck that was the Xbox One launch. Let's not bring
but
that.
We'll go with the Xbox One S's. So at the first launch in August when they came out with like the 2 terabyte, that one was a little scarce, and they even discontinued that. But when they came out with like the Gears of War 4,
I have one.
You have one. The Gears of War 4, the blue special edition Xbox One S, you could walk in anywhere at any day, the day that it came out, and get them. And look at them now, from my personal experience at GameStop, they're just sitting in my back room and they're not being sold. And eventually they do. But with the Switch, it's so rare to find that, that, like, it's insane. It keeps people coming back for more. And look at the NES Classic. People after, it came out 11/11, people after 6 months are still begging and paying hundreds of dollars more than what it retails for to get it.
Sucker is born every day.
But it's genius. That's how and they don't even have competition. That's the sad thing, is Nintendo isn't in a league of PlayStation and Xbox, and not in a negative way, but they're not in the league. Nintendo is their own little circle, and yet they still...
And their fans are nuts.
And their fans are nuts,
Yeah,
and they're
they are.
still doing this, and it's still
no
working.
offense to any Nintendo fans, but you guys are nuts.
Yeah.
Don't
but
be
it's
nice.
still working.
I'm a fan.
Oh yeah, we
Nice.
have Switches.
You guys
we
are
have Switches.
You
We're
guys are
fans.
straight addicts. You guys need your fucking Nintendo dose.
But it's insane. It's
Nintendos.
Nintendo.
Kill yourself.
That's your job.
The real question here is, sure, Breath of the Wild is this amazing game, right? But what other big titles?
100% in my personal opinion,
Okay.
The Legend of Zelda was worth buying the Switch for.
Yes, absolutely. I can.
Well,
as someone who
it came out on the Wii U, so can't you just play it on the Wii U?
It's not the definitive experience. Sorry.
even then they
Sorry,
made,
Daddy.
They made significantly less copies on the Wii U, because on the Switch you can go in anywhere. It was like the Xbox One S. Like, you can go in anywhere and buy Legend of Zelda on the Switch. It's very rare to go into a GameStop or anywhere and find it on Wii U, because the Wii U was discontinued before Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was released on Wii U. It was literally the last game, and they said that is the last game to come out for Wii U. And so...
Ooh, doesn't that seem kind of odd, though?
Why?
Because Xbox and PlayStation made a serious point to not force their customers to have to upgrade.
Yeah, but you have to think of it as, like, when the Xbox One S and the PlayStation 4 Pro, the most minor difference is it supports 4K, and not even, like...
All right, well, we're kind of switching topics from pre-ordering now to the next part of worth or not worth of the Nintendo Switch
Wait,
itself.
before we switch that, let's worth or not worth pre-ordering. All of us.
I say worth 100%, depending on the...
So not 100%.
Okay, yes, in a sense. I think it's... Okay, I 100% think it's worth it, because, again, going back, there's no loss when you're going for a physical pre-order, from most companies, because, like I said earlier on, you can pre-order something, and 3 years down the line, I still have your $5 floating in my system, and you could still get that back 3 years later. You cannot lose from pre-ordering.
But the hard counter is, you open up that game, you don't like it, you are fucked.
But you don't have to get it right away. That's the thing. The pre-order,
yeah, you could wait.
You can wait. You could still have a pre-order, and you could still wait.
I think that pre-ordering from GameStop is worth. Pre-ordering from Amazon is worth. Pre-ordering from Xbox Live now is worth. Pre-ordering from PlayStation Network is not worth until you've seen the game, until you've demoed it, until you've waited for reviews. Pre-ordering at a place where you can't get your money back, or at least a portion of your money back,
even a portion,
like, it's not worth it. It's not.
I see your guys' point, and I can see the worth in the Xbox idea. I can see the worth in the Amazon, but I cannot see I think in any and all circumstances, tread the water, dip your toes in, see what temperature it is.
Yeah, for a game like Call of Duty, for a game like Madden, for a game like the inevitable Overwatch 2, Destiny 2, whatever they do, those big games, don't pre-order it. Like, it's gonna be there. Like, if you don't want to pre-order it, don't pre-order it. If you're hyped about it, pre-order it. Whatever you want. To each their own. But for Nintendo games, if you even fucking think you want a Nintendo game, you pre-order that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then get your money back if you decide you don't want it. For a Nintendo system, for a collector's edition of like Destiny 2, like you have to pre-order that or else it's gone. Like it's gone and you're gonna pay triple the amount on eBay.
I agree.
So I think worth or not worth depends on your situation. Depends on the game.
I think worth or not worth. I think it, unless it's a very special case, not worth pre-ordering.
Okay.
Well, now worth or not worth the Nintendo Switch. In its first month, we heard the numbers already, the 900,000 plus systems and copies of Zelda sold.
I think we all agree.
Two of us own it, so let's Bobo, why don't you?
Some of us don't have the money to buy a goddamn Switch, okay? Well, to be honest,
You can't find one.
Okay, let's make the question more situational. If you had the money to buy one, but after buying one you wouldn't be completely comfortable, would you buy it? So let's say you had $400 in your bank account.
You had a tight Neil belt.
Yeah, you have $400 in your bank account. Do you spend the $300 on a Switch? Would you personally do that?
No.
Okay. I did.
Why not?
Because when I pick up a console, there better be at least 3 to 4 games I can play on that console.
You have not played Breath of the Wild yet, and that's why you say that.
I've seen videos.
I promise
I've seen videos.
From someone who experienced it firsthand, I promise you that is the reason why you say that.
See, there are games on it though. There's The Binding of Isaac. There's
but a lot of people's views on that is like like Binding of Isaac, Super Bomberman. They've played it so many times, and I hear so many guests come into GameStop and say like, oh, you can buy these 2 games. Like I've played that like at least 3 other times before in the past.
Like if you buy Skyrim on this Switch, you are an idiot.
I am buying the shit out of it
for the sole reason that I can go on a plane ride and play
on
Skyrim,
the shitter.
But I don't wanna buy it because it's Skyrim.
Play Skyrim while taking a shit.
No, I'm not buying it because it's Skyrim. That's not why I'm supporting it.
It came out 6 years ago. You've played it.
I don't think I've still seen everything in that game.
You probably haven't.
Yeah, that's true.
But guess what? It's procedurally generated anyways. Welcome to Bethesda.
It's not procedurally generated.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Oh,
They're
really?
scripted events.
Go to any inn and ask for work. Guess what it's going to be? Go to the cave. Kill some people. Fetch this. Bring it back to me. Here's your...
Yeah, that's what he's saying. It's scripted.
Gold. That's procedurally generated.
It's not. It's not like fucking Preston Garvey and shit where you get it forever and it's the same thing, just a new place. No, they're all different. They're all unique quests.
No, they're not. No.
Yes, they are.
You're not connecting 2 things. There's a difference between environment and quests. The environment may not be scripted, but the quest to send you there, I guarantee you, is the same thing. Those are 2 very different things. Bethesda's amazing at constructing environments, but constructing quests, they are shit tier. They are procedurally generated.
No, dude.
The
quests in Skyrim.
No, they are not. You're shaded.
They're great.
I got to play tag with a little kid in Whiterun. I don't see how it can get better than that.
Like you had to catch him, and then you had to.
Oh, really?
You get to do your favorite thing in that game: kill yourself.
How many times were you sent somewhere, go kill some things, pick something up, bring it back?
To counter that, what's one of your favorite games other than not even
Dragon Age Inquisition.
Okay,
is my favorite game I've ever played in my life.
It's the same thing.
Nope.
Yes, it is.
Nope.
It is.
Hey, go here, kill this. You're a graybeard. Why don't you go do the same thing, but now with this title? You'll be cooler.
Actually, and
you're the Inquisitor.
There's
the Inquisitor.
This comes to a different topic, maybe for a different podcast. But in my opinion, no Bethesda game has earned the right to be called a role-playing game.
Why?
Right, Bobo.
You can be
I might just end his life myself.
You can be who you want to be. BARBIE. But
No.
That's a role playing game. If I go to
Shout out.
We're not sponsored.
Shout out to the White Goddess.
Hopefully we'll never be sponsored by Barbie because that'd be awkward.
Get your
Dude, whoever fucking cashed me a check, bitch. I'll suck a dick.
Get your
Fallout New Vegas. Don't you have the option
Guess
to
what? Guess who made that
side-
game? Guess who made that game? Oblivion. Wait, no. Was it Oblivion?
It's Bethesda.
No, it isn't.
It's Bethesda Softworks. Well, Bethesda's the publisher.
Yeah, no, they didn't make the game. Obsidian did.
Yeah, Obsidian made the game.
Not Oblivion.
Okay.
Obsidian. Try again.
Fallout 3.
Role playing. How?
You can do what you want.
No, you can't.
And okay, so in Fallout 4, you know how you can like become the Silver Surfer in a sense?
That's one. Okay.
I'm wrong.
Silver Shroud.
Silver Shroud.
Silver
There you
Surfer.
go. So Silver Surfer. So there you go. That's I can choose to be that. Yeah. I can choose to be that or not be that. Therefore, it is role playing.
See, no, that's not. That's the thing, though. That's one single quest.
That makes it a role playing game.
Do you realize how many?
Okay, can we start talking about the Nintendo Switch again? I think we could talk about role playing games on another episode.
Yeah.
We'll bring Brenton back.
Good, because he's a dumbass bitch.
Okay, maybe he won't want to come back.
Don't worry.
But okay, so the Nintendo Switch. All right. Let's not pretend that Nintendo isn't fucking genius in what they're doing with that console. Like a little kid that wants to play Minecraft on a $350 iPad can now get a $300 Nintendo Switch that's portable, just as portable as the iPad.
Debatable.
Has physical controls to play the game, and you don't have to pay for separately.
As portable with a 3-hour off of thing lifespan for Skyrim. Is that really?
I'm talking about Minecraft.
How long was the hour?
We don't know. The 3-hour battery that they said is literally The Legend of Zelda. Like that's what they're playing in that game is The Legend of Zelda. That's a pretty graphic heavy game.
Oh, it's insane.
Insanely beautiful.
But I have personally played on my Switch Legend of Zelda. I've played that game significantly more than 3 hours on, let's say, a day off, and without having to put it on the charger. My average battery life.
Get to the charger.
Yeah, my average battery life on my Switch has actually been like 5 to 6 hours.
Sometimes I wonder if I should kill myself and him as well at the same time.
Who?
My brother.
Oh, yeah.
Because some of the things you say...
If I were to die, dude, they're coming for you.
I'll already be dead, bitch. But continue, Brenton. Sorry for interrupting you.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh my god, that sounded
so sad.
It's okay. I'm gonna strangle you later.
But you know,
that's only something Daddy can do.
From my experience with the Nintendo Switch, it's amazing. I mean, the fact that I can, and by no means am I saying I'm playing this on the clock at my job. I can put it in my pocket with the Joy-Cons attached. I could put it in my back pocket and comfortably walk around. And of course, it's not going to be as snug as a phone and fit perfectly in it, and it does stick out a little bit. However, it's just as portable and far more superior when it comes to its portability than an iPad, because you can't put an iPad anywhere other than your damn hands because it's big. And I know that from personal experience of how big it is because I have it every day. Yeah.
God, please.
But go ahead.
But I think that, like, honestly, like from a business perspective, Nintendo, they're keeping the want high for this system. Like people want this damn thing. Like
debatable.
They want it. Trust me.
That aren't pessimistic about life in general.
Touche, dude.
But
you done cut me.
People want this system. They can't find it. They're willing to pay $500 on eBay for it.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that,
you guys need to be naturally
I
selected.
guarantee you that when Minecraft comes out on that thing,
striketh.
Every 4 to 9-year-old kid is gonna be like, "Mommy, I want that damn
Sweet.
Minecraft."
4 to 9, throwing out the damn word.
And then when the mom's like, "No," they'll be like, "Fuck you, bitch! I'll go fund me." And people will pay.
Fucking Kickstarter, dude.
But like that's smart. That's like the smartest thing they can do is put this portable console that is aimed at people of a younger age for now until they come out with more mature games for it anyway. Yeah. And put Minecraft on it. Like Minecraft is a system seller.
Of course, yeah.
It is a system seller.
Yeah.
As is Skyrim, which is why they're doing what they are with Skyrim.
Exactly.
Yeah, very true.
And it makes sense. It's a new system. All the other systems got it already. The Switch wasn't out, so now they get Skyrim too. Like everyone's getting the special edition.
What, Skyrim's just a fucking... You get a Skyrim. It's the Oprah of goddamn video games, dude.
But it's such a good game, and so many people, especially when the special edition came out, so many people came in and said, this was my favorite game.
Because those mods bringing that good banging.
Yeah, and the mods too. Is there going to be mod capability on the Switch?
I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't.
Wow.
I don't think it could support it, to be honest.
why do you feel like, other than, is the lack of games the only reason why you don't own one, Bobo?
I've always seen.
Or is it because you a broke ass bitch?
That's besides the point. I've always seen Nintendo as the I grew out of it console.
I've always seen it as a kid type console as well.
You know what I mean? Like the Switch has to be.
Hey, the 3DS had GTA Chinatown Wars, dude.
That
or
is,
the DS.
that is true.
But I'm talking like the Wii's. The Wii succession has always been the Mario. Has always been the Zelda.
But we can't deny that what games have brought us more together than anything in the world.
Yeah, than a Mario Party or a Super Smash Bros.
Smash.
And what are they finally doing? Like before, it was more convenient because we lived in the same household, or you and I. But
you and I being him and my brother.
Yeah. However, now
less than 3.
Now the fact is,
Die.
when Mario Kart comes out next week, I'll be able to buy it. And
is it because you pre-ordered it?
I did actually pre-order, and then you have it pre-ordered as well because I think I put it down for you as a pre-order.
I do.
Yeah. Or did you actually pre-order that one?
I pre-ordered it.
Okay, I pre-ordered 4 games for you. I forget which one it was. But...
Well, the thing about that though, my counter argument to that is, back when we used to play Smash at the old house, there was only one console, and that was perfectly fine.
And
I
think that's going to have an effect on it, because I think what made it so fun was the tension of us all being there and be like,
well, yeah,
you dick,
you
suck.
You could dock the Switch
that's true.
and I'll play on a TV still.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing stopping you other than controllers, but when everybody has Joy-Cons because they have a Switch, we already have 6 controllers with me, you, and our other friends.
That's the thing though. It's just like, is it worth...
Shout out Fabes.
Is it? He'll be on a different podcast. You'll know him when you hear him. The idea that there needs to be, I think I can commend Nintendo on the fact that they took a serious leap with this Switch.
Oh yeah,
they always have. I mean, look at the Wii. The Wii was motion controls. No one else had done that before. The Wii U tried to do what the Switch does now.
Yeah.
But that was also never done before. So even as the Wii U wasn't successful, it still was a major leap. Successful. It still was a major leap.
Mike Tyson.
I just want to be successful.
Mike Tyson's in the building, guys.
It definitely was a major leap.
Now kid.
That's what Daddy does when he's mending 2 tracks when he's editing. He tells the tracks, now kid. Little behind the scenes snippet.
He should probably link the fucking picture just so you have an idea.
But going back to where they're at now, I think they've made the perfect console. I don't know where, truly, I don't know where they can go from here.
Where
I don't
do we
know.
Go from here.
Well, just increase the graphics. We want that.
No.
4K.
But I'm saying a system ahead of this.
A big problem with Legend of Zelda. I don't know if you guys experienced it. Frame rate drops happened a lot.
Yeah, but
hashtag patch.
But look at it. So my Xbox.
It got patched. Wrong.
It got
wrong. Wrong.
It got patched, but even, let's say, besides the point, your Xbox is roughly a little smaller than this table, right?
They have no idea.
Can you tell them how long the table is?
The table's about the size of an Xbox One S.
It's about 2.5 dicks by 4 dicks.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I told Allie about that, dude, and she almost died.
Great units.
We measure everything in dicks here
in
at Mama Couch.
6-inch dicks. Yeah, 6. You measure everything in 6.
I don't. I measure everything
dicks.
in lengths of rope.
Rip. But yeah, the console size is definitely the Switch is like half a toaster. That's literally all it takes up is half a toaster.
Less than half the size.
These units of measurement we're using.
A pellet. It's a pellet.
Toaster.
It's a pellet. The size.
Everyone knows what the fuck a toaster looks like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Attempts to this.
Daddy throwing the shade.
Those shits are fucking heavy, dude.
But the Switch is less than
Plug's
half
not
the
long
size.
enough.
Yeah. The Switch is less than half the size of an Xbox One,
and that's not.
Hey, can you let Brandon finish his?
Well,
goddamn...
no.
He's
helping me out.
Piggybacking, dude. Piggybacking. That's
piggybacking
when it's flat. When it's in the dock, it's like a quarter the size of an Xbox One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not even close to the size of an Xbox One, and the power is all in the tablet. So the fact that there's a few frame rate, like very little frame rate drops in something as beautiful looking as Legend of Zelda,
I
especially,
agree, it is very beautiful.
that it's insane to see that something literally half the size as a machine that is great in every way, the Xbox for the most part, can do almost the same exact thing and deliver the same resolution and same frame rate. That's insane.
Well, what does Zelda run at? 30 or 60?
30? I can't imagine it.
Can we fact check that, Daddy?
Yeah.
Daddy's gonna look it up right now.
But while he looks that up, I still think, as far as pre-ordering the Switch goes, worth. From what you guys have told me,
Well,
I
just
can
because
agree
of the
it's worth.
scarcity.
Yes.
But back on the Xbox versus Switch versus PlayStation idea, the fact that the Nintendo Switch doesn't have any sort of video streaming like Netflix, Hulu, or freaking a YouTube app, heaven forbid. Like, what is up with that? Like, not even a web browser. Like, that kind of sucks.
Oh,
like,
dude,
you're
watching porn on that thing would be amazing.
You're getting a system that you can only
play
was
games.
happy about something. Wow. Let's herald the freaking
Didn't the
moment.
Wii U have
Timestamp it.
the Wii
Yeah,
U
but-
had all that,
Yeah,
right?
the Wii U had Netflix.
But my
I don't know if it had
life only
Hulu.
lasts for like 3 seconds, dude. I think I want to kill myself.
The Wii U had Netflix. The Wii U has a web browser.
Mhm.
Like, why? I don't understand. Like, why the Switch wouldn't have that stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
and
that's-
it's not
that's
lacking
that's
anything.
a step backwards.
Because I think they poured a lot of... I don't know. I have no idea what it takes to make a console. I have zero fucking clue. But I can only imagine being able to achieve what they achieved on the handheld. They had to cut corners somewhere. They had to take away some processing power.
Well, I guess
from
if you
another.
think about it, the 3DS has the same Wi-Fi capabilities and everything as the Switch, and that doesn't have Netflix.
The 3DS does have Netflix.
No, it doesn't really.
get
And you can
cucked.
have 3D movies on there.
Oh my,
Really?
get
Yes,
cucked.
it
I
can
didn't
watch
know that.
3D movies on Hulu. It has Hulu, Netflix. I don't know if it has Hulu. I know it has Netflix 100%.
Where do you get that at? Like in the eShop?
The eShop,
Oh
yeah.
my God,
Really?
Yeah. Oh my god, I really gotta
So
do
how is it available on the 3DS? A system that is obviously like the freaking resolution of the 3DS is like freaking -40 by freaking 1080. So like I don't understand how that can have Netflix and a Nintendo Switch.
I didn't know that. That completely changes my perspective on that. I didn't know that. So yeah, I don't know where the Switch is going now. So
Are they just assuming they're like?
I'm returning mine
Look,
tomorrow.
if you,
actually.
they're like, if you get a Switch, you're gonna have an Xbox or a PlayStation. Watch that shit on that shit. Baby.
I think that they didn't launch it ready. Like they didn't
Yes.
have those. They didn't have those partnerships yet.
Mm-hmm.
So they're
partnerships. I
yeah.
thought-
You can't just be like, hey, Netflix. Oh, by the way, Vomit Couch is gonna be on Netflix now. Like, no, you can't just freaking say it. You have to work it out with Netflix. But I mean, we're running out of time on this episode.
No,
but
we're not.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
We're at 50 minutes already.
Who cares?
We're
What's
all
the
right,
limit?
anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Beautiful.
we're trying to keep them between 45 to an hour.
Beautiful abstract idea there, co-host. I'm not co-host yet.
All right. Well,
I'm
now
still
we're gonna
alive.
have to edit out this whole part. Anyway,
Yeah, I would
Um,
keep it.
so
The sky is the limit, kids. Except when you
Children.
pre-order shit, then the fucking ground is your limit because you shouldn't fucking do it.
we're not talking about pre-ordering anymore, right?
Not worth.
Going back to the main topic here, I think the Switch, now realizing that there are some faults that I actually didn't realize until now with like the
the
whole lack of.
romanticism of Nintendo actually failing.
No, I still love my Switch, and I literally have it. Where's your couch? Like 30 feet away from me. I still have it 30 feet away from me, so I still love the
How
Switch.
many dicks is that?
Oh man, a lot.
Uh,
Well,
three-
that's double. It's
The
double.
couch-
wait,
so
how much
it's
is-
60 dicks.
Can we just talk about the fact?
No.
60 dicks.
Can we talk about the fact
No,
that
'cause it would
his
be
Switch?
oh yeah, 60 dicks.
His Switch is sitting on the vomit couch right now.
Oh, shout out to the Vomit Couch. The reason why this podcast is named. what
One
it
day
is.
we'll tell you guys a
Well,
story.
if it's Bubble dicks, then it's about 180 dicks.
Yeah, exactly.
but girthy, like a soda can.
Yeah.
That's right. That's the only reason why I'm breathing.
Oh my god.
My-
But like, for me, Legend of Zelda was worth the system purchase.
as we keep repeating.
That may not be for everyone. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I had never played a Legend of Zelda game
Lies.
before this.
That's a lie.
I played Twilight Princess. I never beat it though. I
But you
played
played
Twilight Princess. I played a little bit of Ocarina of Time, and I thought it was confusing. The buttons were weird because it was made for the fucking
Mhm.
Nintendo 64. But this game, like, it made me like Legend of Zelda. Like, I mean, I didn't not like it. I didn't love it, but now like this game was amazing. It was seriously amazing.
From what I've seen, videos or watching you play, I can completely agree that it's a very good game.
I think that when more games come out, obviously it's gonna drive the sales even more, and I think that
it just depends what they can do.
I think that the Nintendo Switch is like it definitely put some like needed competition between Sony and Microsoft. Like it brought Nintendo back to the level that Nintendo was supposed to be.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Because I mean, look at all the games you really do have coming out. Like, I mean, Skyrim's irrelevant. That's literally for the people who enjoyed it so much that they don't mind playing it. You know, in times where like I said, like if I'm on a plane, right? Or,
you guys are ridiculous.
But you know, they're bringing a lot of AAA titles. There's a new Fire Emblem coming out. They're remastering, I believe, Fire Emblem, the first and second one. Super Mario Odyssey. Mario Odyssey is going to be awesome. They're bringing a game that no one has ever. I mean, it kind of looks like Mario Sunshine in a sense, doesn't it?
It looks open world.
Oh,
30. Okay,
Daddy just confirmed Legend of Zelda 30 FPS.
I think what I'm about to say may cause a lot of hatred and it may cause me to want to kill myself even more.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Nintendo needs to just put Mario down.
Send your hate mail to vomitcouch@gmail.com and tell Bobo to live because that's what he hates.
Because at least, hear me out. I like the idea of Super Mario Sunshine brought a new thing, a water jet that could talk. That's cool. Super Mario Galaxy brought forward the idea of space. Odyssey's bringing forward, wait for it, a talking hat.
We don't know if it talks. It has eyes.
It has eyes.
Okay, so should they discontinue Pokemon?
But they bring Pokemon is expanding on a 3D scale. Super Mario was always open world.
So that's good. That means that they're staying consistent.
Hey Bobo, you have this thing that makes shits loads of money. Why don't you just stop selling it?
I think it's just like
I know where you're going with this, and I agree in a sense, but at the same time, you have to realize
they need to start making new IPs. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but Mario's been around for so long, and it's still so successful, and it's making them so much money. It's exactly like he just said. If you have something that's working and making you money, why would you change it? It doesn't.
Well, from what we've seen of Mario Odyssey, just like Breath of the Wild, it looks completely different.
Yeah,
like Breath of the Wild isn't like any other Zelda game. Just like Super Mario Odyssey doesn't look like it's like any of the other Marios. Like he's in a freaking city. Mario's never been in a city before.
Isn't that kind of a downgrade from a whole galaxy?
Sorry, podcast ends.
I think
I apologize for the cold logic.
I think they might eventually stop doing those games. Mario, maybe
never
100 years from now.
No, when you think Nintendo, you think Mario.
That's very true. However, look at
it's red. Nintendo's logo's fucking red like Mario's hat.
I like the idea of taking risks. I like the idea of game developers not sticking to the.
But yet you were just here earlier before we were talking about how they need to make another Halo, the fucking 12th Halo and shit.
Well,
but heaven forbid Nintendo makes another Mario game.
In my defense for the Halo thing, I was literally watching a Halo video. I don't ever watch a Mario and be like, damn, I could really go for another fucking
But
Mario.
a lot of people do. Just because you don't doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
It's just like, it's just a personal want for me to see a developer shine in a new aspect.
Well, look, Nintendo has made new games like Splatoon.
Mm-hmm.
Splatoon is a new IP.
It's very extremely successful.
Yeah.
What else has Nintendo come out with that's new?
No, there's more. It's a matter of actually thinking of it.
My poor heart.
While we think about that, I think we've seen what happens when you overproduce bad things. So, you say that Mario needs
Like
to...
the Wii U?
No, you'll get my example and you'll agree completely. So Mario is something that's dragged on for a really long time, but it's obviously still successful. And even if it's dragged on for so long, look at Call of Duty. Call of Duty...
I think you were barking up a wrong tree. I think Call of Duty should die. I think Call of
Exactly.
Duty as...
But
That's
why?
another podcast.
That's another podcast. But that's just saying that once you eventually go bad, you'll realize it. And Super Mario, I agree that you have every right to have the opinion you have, but Super Mario obviously has not gone bad because it's still selling just as good as ever.
Well, Call of Duty's selling just as well as ever, too. I mean, that's
No,
why they're-
no. What do you mean Call of Duty selling just as...
Well, I think, as far as a net gain, they're still making a net gain. What's considered super well. Isn't
Well,
just
yeah,
making
but
Not
they
where
don't
they're
care.
at.
They don't care about making gain. They care about exceeding the sales from the previous game,
Which
And
they
Black
didn't do.
Ops- or-
They haven't exceeded it since, what, Black Ops 2?
no, Black Ops 3 set the records again.
Oh, okay.
This one didn't.
Mhm.
Anyway, that's the Call of Duty podcast that we're gonna do later. But back on the Nintendo Switch, with have they made any new IPs, Daddy? Did you figure it out, or did you look it up?
No, never mind. Never.
And any new games from
that's not-
Nintendo
that's
that
not-
aren't Mario or Zelda?
Or Splatoon.
Or Bomberman.
Can we just get a fucking... If you're listening, Nintendo, can we please get a fucking Kirby's Air Ride 2?
Oh, yeah.
Like, god damn it, just give me that.
Nin-
Can
Nintendo
can
Switch, you're right.
Not, can we,
I'll look it up. I have a phone.
can we, like, I don't, I think this whole argument's kind of a tangent anyways.
Yeah.
I think it's perfectly fine for them to want to go back to the basics. It's like how I'm still excited for the next Mass Effect.
Yeah.
I can understand that. And I can understand like the love that Nintendo has appeared because they've launched just diamonds after diamonds after diamonds after diamonds. And it's like, as far as whether the Switch is worth it, yes. I think 110% is worth it.
Mhm.
Even if once again, because the games are gonna eventually come out. The Mario Odyssey is gonna come out and it's gonna be good. The Mario Party is gonna come out and it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
The new Smash is gonna be amazing. I'm gonna watch all the fucking competitive games. That's gonna be cool. It's like I don't see myself ever getting it just because personally I don't feel like I'll play it.
Yeah,
well,
that's
especially when it's something as easy as you guys live in the same household and he owns one and Nicole owns one. So
Oh, yeah.
you could literally, I know, but you can literally, if Super Smash Bros. Comes out or when it comes out, you could literally just use his Joy-Con and play on his. So there's really no reason to have your own. So that's why it's understandable. But
Well, the thing about that is that makes it seem like it doesn't make it seem like that. Because Robert, have I asked you to play Breath of the Wild? No.
But you're not. I don't see you as a Legend of Zelda fan. I think it's different. Like if that's just a game,
Are
a
you
single
assuming
player.
Are you assuming his gender?
Are you assuming what I like in life? Maybe I like fucking cock. You don't know me. Spoiler alert, I don't love cock. I love vagina. Hashtag.
He likes them both. He doesn't care.
Slide in my DMs.
Anyway, all right. Well, we're coming to the end of the episode here.
Wait, no. Me and Benton were having a very thoughtful discussion. Get the fuck back out here.
No, we're coming
See-
to the end of the episode. Let give your final worth or not worth the Nintendo Switch. First, our guest.
I 100% think it is worth it in every way. It is yet to fail me, despite the minor things like Netflix and stuff. I still think it is the absolute
Minor,
greatest.
How dare you? Have you seen 13 Reasons Why?
I have that. Yeah, actually, I just finished
It's a
it.
movie about Bobo.
Yeah.
I think that if you love The Legend of Zelda, even if you don't, like me, I didn't, I think it's worth. But if you don't, and you hate The Legend of Zelda, and you hate open world games, and you hate great games, and you hate gaming in general, then don't buy
my
anything.
God.
And don't buy the Switch.
Please, it's fucking.
But I think that the Switch is worth.
I agree that the Switch is worth.
What?
Now, if you're gonna sit here and tell me the Switch is worth it just for Zelda, bro, no. The idea, the sheer audacity to think that one game is worth a $300 console can literally go.
So you're
kill
saying just like based on the future of the system?
yes, based on what could become, what it could. Because if I'll be honest here, It's gonna sound really hypocritical. They bring out a Pokemon Coliseum for that. I may
GG.
buy one.
Hashtag GG.
I may buy one. And fucking other, what is it called? Pokemon GX?
DX.
DX? If they make a fucking second one of that, dude, I'm gonna buy it so hard.
What was that one before DX?
Coliseum.
Was it Coliseum?
Yeah, it's Coliseum.
No, it was Pokemon. No, it was Pokemon Coliseum and then Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
XDDD.
And you got to catch Dark Lugia?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that took me forever to do.
All right, guys. Well, you got our worth or not worth on pre-ordering and the Nintendo Switch. Thanks for listening this week. We'll
Thank
be
you.
back next week
Thank you,
with
Brenton, for coming
a
on.
new podcast. Apparently, Daddy's saying I'm touching too much shit. But thanks, Brenton the Bomb Barbosa, for being on this episode, and we'll see him on a future one.
Fired.
Yeah, definitely. I will be here.
And as long as Bobo didn't scare him off.
That's my whole purpose. I hope I scare people off.
But thanks, guys, for listening to this episode. We'll be back next Monday.
All right, later, guys. Are we gonna kiss? We're gonna kiss.
Is that really it?
We have to do the kiss, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You should do it too, you fucking cuck.